last game here for us in the CIS qualifiers for today. There's another game going on simultaneously over on Tsunami channel, so if you'd like to check that out, you can do so as well. I believe there's Empire versus Team Spirit, but for us we have ESPADA. Perhaps which was an unexpected success for a lot. BZZ Stack doing quite well for themselves so far, sitting at 4-1 after their most recent success up against Vega Squadron. Well, we've talked enough about these guys on stream. Bit of a sad record at 0-5 right now. But looking at the standings, ESPADA should already be through guaranteed with that scoreline, same as Flight to Moon. Team Spirit also pretty guaranteed. I mean, there's still 3 more games left to play against Vega Squadron, Empire, and AFK 20. But unless they lose all of those, they should also be through to the playoff stage, which means that there's only one slot up for the taking. Gambit Esports sitting at 2-2 right now, and they need every point that they can get if they want to get that spot outright, or more likely for some tiebreakers, which could be a bit interesting as the things wrap up tomorrow. Anyway, for right now, this game more important for Gambit than it is for ESPADA. That's the bottom line here. They'll still try to win, though. I do hope. My name is dragondrop. I'm joined by Ryuu, Night Stalker, Warlock, and still some other pretty strong heroes in the pool. We see the Sand King for the first time today. So, Ryuu, what are your thoughts?
I think that I've been thinking too much today, and I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to let you cast the whole game.
God damn it. Oh, honestly, it's not too much of a difference to what we had before throughout the entire day, so like, might as well go, right? I mean,
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, Night Stalker, one of these top bans, top picks, very powerful in the right combinations. Skyref Mage, powerful 4 position, just spamming people out. Warlock is the kind of counter to that, just to provide extra sustain in your safe lane. Sand King is a bit of a wild card. We see that here a couple of times, but often in combination with heroes like Naga Siren to set you up, or just up again when you know that you're going to have a favorable lane, to throw that in as a 3 position, or just in your offlane role in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, now we have this guy, like you said, and they might want to ban out the Beast and Axe. Maybe that's what they want to do, or maybe they're baiting it in because they want to play against it. Because Warlock is a good counter initiation to Beast and Axe, so maybe that's what ESPADA are trying to do, bait them into that. Although, if Night Stalker gets in the backline, silences Warlock, then the team fights could go their way. So
yeah,
should be interesting to see what they do for their off lanes. But both teams picking up both. It seems like both are almost all the core or support heroes at the beginning now.
Yep. Also, in that sense, a pretty standard draft. Luna and Gyrocopter being taken out, so it's more or less popular carries. Lone Druids against Gambit.
10 seconds remaining.
Are they rendered against AFK 20?
5 seconds remaining.
But that's a game that they lost as well. Also, Gambit, if you still remember, that was a very poor Spirit break up against Team Spirit. So
I don't remember anything. Do you remember anything?
I don't remember that at all. No,
the only thing I remember today, honestly, the biggest thing that's going to carry over for the rest of my life now, just for a bit, that Spirit Breaker being level 4.5, almost 5, I think, or even 5 at 18 minutes in the game with no boots. The Spirit Breaker didn't have any boots until 15 minutes in the game. I didn't think it was possible. That was traumatizing. I'm traumatized still.
It was a very sad game indeed here for our Hume player, but hey, hopefully this time we'll go a little bit differently. So ESPADA ponder a little bit about their bans as they finally settle on the Bane. It's a bit interesting. Like, is that hinting at some sort of hero that ESPADA wants to pick up that the Bane is just a straight up hard counter to? Or is it just one of these things where, we don't want to play against Bane, just ban that out?
10 seconds
maybe.
remaining.
Yeah, Bane is a very strong
5 seconds
core hero.
remaining.
It can shut down a lot of the. It could shut down, you know, some gyros. Their flat cannon could be useless because the damage is so small, or something along those lines. But not too sure as to why they banned it out. They assume the Night Stalker is in the offlane role. Less shanking. Haven't seen that before.
Oh, a lot of earth-based spells here. The sinking with a burst strike, tunneling under the earth, and then the split earth from from the Shrek. All you need is the earth shaker now. That would be really good. Maybe Nick's assassin to also burrow under the
10
ground.
seconds remaining.
You can get a whole theme going there if you really want to.
5 seconds remaining.
Even
Let's just
Warlock,
have a whole game of magic damage. Only magic damage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down.
No one
Zeus.
right-click anything. Just use magic damage.
Yeah, then that's the thing. Then Roche is impossible, and towers are impossible, which basically means everybody. Then
right.
you have to have like 70 kills each.
Right. Because the Shrek can't even use Edict because it's physical damage on towers, right? So you'd have to go Meteor Hammers, which is technically magical, isn't it?
Say that again.
Meteor Hammer is magical damage, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you could do that. Use that against towers and.
Everyone go
Pagna
Meteor
Blast.
Hammer. Everyone go Meteor Hammer and Dagon.
Yeah.
So only they should make that a mode in Dota where you have only certain items every game you can purchase. And that can make it really fun.
Yeah.
Because right now Dota sucks. I'm just kidding.
Oh wow.
Only pubs suck. You know, the first time. All right, so I took a week off, and my first game back, I had somebody literally run down mid,
Oh god.
and everybody was fighting and screaming and calling each other names. It was fun. It was great. And then I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then I think my next game I lost because I was tilted, and the game was just bad. And then another 2 games later, I had another thrower going down mid lane. And I realized then that I really hate Dota. It just made me feel so bad, you know. And I just want to have some fun days, man. Fun days.
Yeah. I guess it's more that you hate people who play Dota like that, or don't play Dota like that, than that you hate Dota, I guess.
But it's been happening for so long. I just wish it would just stop.
Just play in my
okay.
bracket too. Just get half as good as you are right now.
Exactly. I'll
you
just
still
take
get
like
it, but not as
Alchemist
much.
and 2K, and then just have like a Radiance in like 5 minutes, and then all the items in like 10 minutes. That's fun.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, back to the drafts. Still have some work to do here, Ryuu. Can't just drift off into too many anecdotes as the Disruptor is on the field. So, adding some much needed teamfight for Gambit, I guess. Some soft control with that Static Storm. Could be really good.
Mass silences. You know how to beat a team? Make sure they can't cast any spells. Next pick is Silencer.
So I was gonna ask, yeah. Just about to ask. For now it's a lifesteal though, so need to silence them preemptively. I mean, you already have a lot of that. The Skyras, Nightstalker, and Disruptor, but the moment he presses Rage, he can shoot through quite a few of them, even Nightstalker as a strength hero. Lifestealer better against that than some others. Faces Void is a hard counter though. I really like that pick now. I actually really like that pick.
I like Warlock against Void, but I also love Void against Lifestealer.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here. I don't think they have enough to save any of the heroes that get caught by Void and Skywrath.
Yep.
And this could be a Skywrath mid. So it's looking like a Sky. I mean, yeah, it could be Night Stalker. It's probably off Night Stalker still, but they still could run Sky mid if they have to and pick up an offlaner here. It just depends how they want to play. So they can pick up. I actually do like Viper a lot for Gambit, or they can just pick a better scaling hero, Lina, TA. I mean, TA isn't the best against Lesh, but once you get BKB, you feel invincible.
Oh yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, there's certainly an opening for that. I mean, TA is banned out as for exactly that reason, I guess. ESPADA see that potential. Because
How they just gonna ban my suggestions? Where's the problem?
you're just too much on point. You know, you're too in sync with these players, with these drafters.
Dire team
Maybe Misha hears you and doesn't tell us. I don't know. I'm fairly sure that's not the case, by the way.
Yeah. People in Russia wouldn't respect me.
Yeah. I wonder why that is.
Probably because I'm inferior and they just beat me up.
10 seconds
bad, man.
remaining. 5
anyway,
seconds
let's
remaining.
move on from your sad Dota life in the CS scene. And think about what ESPADA wants to pick up with that, because the thing is they have last pick, so you can just pretty much
Radiant
get that
team
mid counter if there is one, but it is that Viper that you're talking about as an alternative, and I have to agree, because it is the kind of hero that lends a lot of extra damage. You can kind of run the Life Stealer, magic damage not as powerful against him as it would be against other mids, so what is ESPADA's response to that
10
now?
seconds remaining.
Rage quit the game you lost.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
mean, if you look at it, like ideally with the Life Stealer, you want a very mobile mid hero, but generally speaking, those are exactly the type of heroes that are getting killed by just the silences, if not the Viper too.
You need a hero that can get a BKB or just tank up or something. I think Dusa is a good hero, but having Dusa and Lifestealer could be bad.
Yeah.
You just need a hero that is so tanky that they're not going to care that you get chronoed. But they can Visage or...
Choose your hero.
Yeah.
It's not good because they have Break. Break comes from Viper.
Yeah.
I don't like DK at all. I'm going to give the edge to Gambit, but
Yeah, that's the thing. Cause
I mean, they can make it work still, because Sand King and Warlock, they have a huge amount of team fights.
like the way you describe what they need, like Dragon Knight kind of fits that bill, and it fits the bill the best. But it's already counted out, as you said as well. So it's, I guess it's a Phantom Assassin now with this skin, so that's something. But would you say that ESPADA kind of drafted themselves a bit into a corner with the Life Stealer and now having to go for the Dragon Knight?
I mean, you have to show a core, and unfortunately, it got countered pretty well. So better. It's just a good draft from Gambit, and Dragon Knight. If he can pop his BKB before the chrono gets off, then he should survive every single time, depending on how farmed the Void is. So at the end of the day, they can go both ways in the team fights. I think. I do think that the overall team fight composition of Gambit is strong, but
What is this?
we'll have to see.
Prepare for
We'll have
battle.
to see. Nice, second predictions.
Predictions!
Total number of players death
Oh,
by
man.
10 minutes. That's gonna be 6 to 10.
10 for sure, at least.
Players with the least deaths. I'm gonna.
I believe in Yoku. Or do I?
I'm gonna believe in. I'm gonna believe in Lifestealer.
Right.
I think ESPADA's a better team, but I like Dyer's draft a lot.
Yeah, I again, I believe in Yoku. Total number of Blink daggers purchased by 25 minutes. Who's building a Blink in this game? Sand King
Sand King.
should have one. DK maybe.
So 0 to 2, easy.
Yeah.
Time of first tower destruction.
Oof.
30 seconds to battle.
14 plus. It's not too much tower push going on early, I don't think. I'd say 14
I
plus.
mean, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 8 to 11.
Right. That's the first time we get these. I wonder if the ticket finally came through.
Valve are actually doing something. Monka is.
Because like previous games we actually casted on the
battle
open qualifier
begins.
ticket, and I did not pay attention this time. So it might just be that it was tied to the TI ticket or something like that, which is online now. So now we get these predictions. On our very last game, we finally get to do predictions and
Yay!
get,
Thanks, Valve.
yeah.
I'm about to go to frickin' bed. I don't want to watch any qualifiers. Qualifiers.
Since there's a pause, I'm gonna look it up.
I didn't even receive a
yeah.
patch, so it's pretty interesting how that was put in.
Maybe just the
They
admins not
managed to
having
put it
access?
in without a patch. Interesting.
Very curious. Very curious.
Are you
Anyway,
bi-curious?
what?
Wait, what?
No,
Okay.
not at all. Are you? Kappa Pride?
Only if you make
How
me.
to kill a conversation. Okay, alright. I don't know what I expected there, but I'm pretty sure that was pretty bad.
I didn't want to go too deep on the first date.
Alright, let's cut this out. This is not safe for all audiences
Whoa,
anymore.
whoa, whoa. Don't cut. Don't snip.
Are you committed now to just make everything into the semi-innuendo? Is that what's happening? Alright. Anyway,
Tri-lane, boys.
This-
Tri-lane. Win.
there's an extra tree in the top. Do you see this tray?
Yeah.
They just put down
Good
an extra
painting.
tree.
That's called That's called. Damn it! I already forgot his name. I've been up so long.
Street art.
That's Bob Ross.
Bob Ross?
Mem-
Oh yeah. Happy little tree. It is very happy. And now it's
Yeah.
faded, so it's sad. Alright, back to being serious for a little while anyway. We do have the Viper safe lane actually, with the Faces Void mid up against the Dragon Knight, so... Where's the thought behind that? I mean, it's a try and try, or duo on try. Just crazy enough.
They probably expected them to go for this tri-lane or something, because normally you don't go for the tri-lanes, and apparently they wanted to have the Void get more levels and have a better time than Viper. So they decided to put the Void mid.
Well, I guess so far it's not too badly, at least as far as Void is concerned, keeping even. With the DK, you have that Quelling Blade, so that kind of offset the Breathe Fire minus damage. Now the Scour rotating in to lend a few spells here and there that breaks down a bit more Hume down bottom. Only the Viper up top. Very interesting. Well, Nick's certainly not be just about to say, not happy about Skyraf doing his thing to him in mid now, and shows that in style with a quick tip.
And stunned in the face.
Oh, you okay? Thinking about the Curry, he did have time walk, but if he goes in for that, he's not going out.
Oh, you like going in and out, don't you? Wait, what? Is that a burger place or something? Alright.
In and out burger?
So-
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one
Right.
though. Went to that when I was at, going to the US. Right out of the
Nice,
airport in
nice.
San Francisco. Pretty good.
I can't eat burgers. It makes me... It's weird. I can eat tacos, though.
Oh wow.
I
The
don't know,
tacos are pretty
it's
good
weird.
too. All the
You want
Mexican
bottom
food, but
lane, the stunner Reno, and I see a dead disruptor.
would you say it's a dead raptor?
Dead raptor.
No, dad raptor.
More dead than all the stuff in Jurassic World.
Right.
Spoilers. I haven't even seen the new movie.
Come on,
People are
man.
Gonna be somebody's gonna be really mad that I did that. You motherfucker!
Top lane, Misha. Looks like he's dead. Oh, maybe not just yet. Slows are enough to keep the Viper away.
Oh my.
Ah.
The Warlock just clenched his butt. I just did. Was that like 10 health?
Oh, pretty close. Pretty close.
Oh,
Another
glimpse
glimpse here,
back.
very short range. DDC, kind of hard to bring it down. They do have a sentry in its lane now, so you can't really rely on the Sandstorm as much, but it does have some help from Immersion Mangoes from both sides, as Nighttime also comes in. Afterlife, who really wants to get this kill, but not quite fast enough. Alright. Alright. Last game of the day. Kind of faltering a little bit, but makes it entertaining regardless, and that's all that really counts.
Entertainment. That's what I'm here for.
Where? What? Where? On BTS stream? No.
We're BTS.
Yeah.
Can we not be BTS? Can we sell out somewhere else?
It's too late for that.
Feels bad. Surprised they put the Sand King as a core and not the Lesh. I guess they feel the blink timing is better for the Sand King.
Yeah. As long as he's the only one by 25 minutes, I'm absolutely fine. Like, now that the prediction's in, I'm gonna be obsessed with that. Gotta get that these sweet battle pass points. Yeah.
So Sand King TP'd mid to try and get a kill onto Yoku, but it didn't work out because Dragon Knight didn't pop the mango fast enough.
Unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, 2 bashes in a row.
Welcome to Faces Void. 50%.
Is that 100% time?
That is 100%, yes. In Valve terms, like, 3
Quick
doesn't
math.
exist and 50% means 100%. That is Valve math right there. We do see a bit of rotation here. Yum sitting around, seeing what he can see. Not too much extra kill potential he alone provides with big numbers already. Camping out mid more than Nick is really happy about.
Well, Night Stalker being the highest on the leaderboard in the Knives and CS right now. Crushing.
It's pretty rare actually. With Afterlife or Night Stalkers get this much money and this much experience as well. I mean, we're halfway through the first night and he's already level 6. We normally
Meanwhile,
see.
top lane, stun coming out. See a dead hero.
Poor Viper left to his own devices, and he's a strong hero, but not that strong. Only level 4 up against Lifestealer, who's can just ignore a huge chunk of his magic damage for a while. Still waiting on something happening in his middle lane. I mean, Yoku, he is level 6. Bignum isn't, not by a long shot, so you don't have that easy extra magic damage. It's a very tough call to actually go for this Dragon Knight with just the 2 of them, so now they bring in Afterlife. Holding on to that Chronosphere until popping it just now, catching 3 different heroes. That's pretty damn powerful now. Follow up onto Misha. Immersion can throw out 1 spell or 2. Afterlife, well, just leveraging his power. Night Stalker with many levels at the first nighttime. It's a very scary prospect.
I mean, they knew that it was coming, but they couldn't really do anything about it. That's just how strong their composition is during nighttime.
Yep.
And with Chrono.
Oh god, Yum still here. He's fine though. Dodging stun, nicely done. Is he still dead? Wow. Never thought I'd see a little Shrek right-clicking somebody down like that.
So even though they did get that kill, they still didn't get any tower pressure.
Yep. Nick's kind of wasted his first Dragon ult. Does have another one coming up now, but... Well, Yoku's still sitting here. Still don't really have kill potential on the Void. You just don't have the burst. Need like the Sand King to rotate in and have the stun combo. But he's foreign kind of levels, he can't really afford to do that. Top lane? Yeah. Did see this movement here, not mad at all on the Viper, not wanting to go up against Lifesteal anymore, so he goes bottom but gets stunned up. Still alive, but only just. Turn this around, a couple of kills onto a couple of right clicks onto BZ, but sticking around for too long means that he dies first. And nice little glimpse back there onto Immersion. Follow up silence, extra right clicks, but again, not quite the burst damage that they'd be looking for just yet.
Come on, prediction, mid tower.
Oh no.
Dire's middle tower is under
This
attack.
constant corrosive breath is a really good counter to the time walk from Faces Void.
Yep.
Can't really you can't really time walk it off. Nice to just keep harassing.
What's happening here? Alright, another chapter in the epic battle between Immersion and Yum. Once again,
Top
Immersion comes
lane.
out ahead. Top lane, extra fight. Afterlife, keeping out, will be successful. Immersion forced to pop the shrine as Bignum also coming in to say hello.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This Lash is so rich.
Another stun. Faces Void. I mean, that's pretty good. It can get the brief fire into the instant stun. It's enough time for the backtrack not to undo that brief fire damage. So. Oh, immersion. Afterlife going on him. Nice body blocks from Misha, but bring him, keeping him far enough away for another nuke. Now he himself is gonna die. Afterlife tearing it up right now. Needs a stun. Actually a bit dangerous here, but Nyx doesn't have anything else. And is very scared of the supports, rightfully so. 2 for 2 bound drone exchange. These movements though, like, very ambitious. He was on a warding mission, it's that much is obvious, but still. Once again in a situation where this poor guy is sitting below 500 net worth even 10 minutes in. I guess you can take solace in the fact that Misha is not faring much better.
Alright, 30 seconds, please. Hurry, please. Hurry.
What did I say? 14 plus? Might still be wrong. This tower, T1 mid, about to go down, pre-level 11.
Yes, correct.
Should have trusted you.
Correct. Meanwhile, bottom lane, huge setup coming in. Level 4 still on Skywrath. They have a tome over there? Nope.
Oh.
I see a lot of dead heroes here in the bottom lane.
No nighttime, Epicenter being channeled up. Yoku gets stunned up. That's a lot of burst damage to get him down! No Chronosphere, no nothing! Gambit! That was a misplay. Way too confident going into that. Expecting that at all. Now another Mango, another burst strike. That's a dead Viper. I guess you're right, a lot of dead heroes, but probably not the team that you expected them to be on.
Yeah, I didn't say which team because you never want to be wrong.
Cover your bases. Is that the secret to being a good analyst?
Yeah,
say really vague stuff and claim that you meant it all along.
My name is vague now. Okay. They just placed a ward. Now I can get a double stun.
Ooh, he can. That's a lot of damage. Hume is dead. There's a Chronosphere. There's nothing that you can really do with that. Instead, BZ finds another burst strike, making him forced to walk down south. Double kill for Nyx. Alright. Gonna be another tower going down. ILTW finished up this one on the top already. So ESPADA playing pretty tight games so far. It's only Afterlife really who's been making waves, and he's gonna need to do a whole lot more than that. Or a lot more of that, I should say. And let's find Misha, flies across, full of silence here. Yoku does not feel comfortable going in. He wants to get some CS, and because they also saw BZ walking in, threatening that burst, right? So,
yep.
The thing is,
now
smoke rotation.
They might get the DK.
That'd be nice enough, though. But he just TP's out. Oh no! Ah, they have the glimpse. Never mind. It's all good. Just waiting out the max timer. So can't do anything else in these 3 seconds. At least almost TPing. Oh hey, total number of player deaths. We were correct, by the way. Only barely 6 to 10, and 10 ended up being the numbers. Top lane, we're gonna add one more to tally now after the fact, or 2 more, I guess. Immersion does drop to the Viper here before they can bring him down.
So far, I'm right on my Lifestealer prediction.
Yeah.
And total number of blinks, daggers purchased by 25 minutes. I mean, there can only be DK and Sand King, so that's a pretty easy one. Oh my gosh, Disruptor's items. I'm having nightmares again.
Don't look at Disruptor. Just don't do it. He's a range creep. He doesn't have items. He can never have items.
Oh no, not like this again, DK. If they had stayed there, they would have killed him, but they would have also died probably.
Yeah. They get themselves out this time. Looking for better opportunities and also looking to farm a bit more. I mean, you going for the massive matters on a void, so it's as much of a farming tool as it is also semi-aggressive, giving you that attack speed in the Chronosphere for the extra time locks. And you also have a Viper who's kind of falling behind, which is I think the biggest deal. Right, you you think this Viper is gonna have enough of an impact? Because he's only sitting at 4k net worth. Not even.
Yeah, I don't think this Viper is gonna be. You can see it throughout the game. It's kind of like a. It's kind of like a DK in a sense where you need to have a really good early game, and he got thrown to the wolves, so he's basically just there to just soak up damage, but he's going for a kind of farming build. Meanwhile, gonna get stunned middle. They're gonna stun him.
Yep. I think throw to the wolves. It's a pretty good way to put it. Not just in this situation, but also in any stage. I was left alone to sort devices up against the lifestealer. They rotated him out then, after the fact, but it's already too late. And now ESPADA, they have a lot of momentum going for them. Next with the blink, you have that initiation. Yeah, like extra carry for the lifestealer. You're buying more time for the Sanking blink to come in, which, in fact, it is now. In the next couple of seconds, 1 or 2 more creeps will do the trick. And then things get dicey, because then ESPADA can say, hey, we're gonna run at you, we're gonna initiate on you, burst you down like we did in the bottom lane when you led us. With all-out team fight, and then take towers on the back of that. Gambits, well, at the same time, it's not like they can't team fight themselves, right?
Yeah, but they're kind of all in on the Faceless Void. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You have to fight around him, or you fight around these three. Like these three have been huddled around for the last like 4 or 5 minutes. Night Stalker, and Warlock and everything. Oh, nice silence.
Fucking drop the golem, pretty nice. Oh, it's not enough though to try and keeping him alive. Afterlife needs another nuke. The golem not being dropped as they realize that fight can be won regardless. Or well, at the very least they draw even. Hume gets a glimpse back, and oh. Courier.
I'm really surprised they could have killed the Night Stalker. Oh, Night Stalker gets the Courier. They could have killed Night Stalker there. Instead, they went for the Skywrath, who already used all of his spells.
It's a bit odd. They almost got the interruption there with the blink, but couldn't quite get in range for the stun. So Night Stalker, yeah, he gets a kill, gets a Courier too. Only use the Skywrath for it. It's pretty good in my book, especially since it's also more space for the Faceless Void to farm. Gambit, finding ways to kind of give them some sort of advantages, but if you look at the net worth, you see where that advantage actually lies. It is mostly the 2 cores, ILTW on the lifestealer. He has that armlet and still going back to the Wards of Radiance. Doesn't have enough money for the relic now, which is pretty damn scary. Then you look at the blink on the Sanking, you look at the Dragon Knight, who's going for a Maelstrom and has that completed whenever the Courier comes back or he goes back to base. And yeah, all in on Faceless Void is right, and if they miss the Chronosphere as a result, means that they're probably gonna get run over. You need to have like at least 2 or 3 heroes inside the Chronosphere and be able to burst them down. One of them has to be Lifestealer. Alright. Speaking of Maelstroms, there's one for the Viper. But it's already starting. Top lane, ESPADA. Smoked up. Still have the Golem to work with here. Misha able to hold on to it all, yeah. So they're just hoping at this point that Gambit comes to try and fight them up there as they have the vision established. Infest into BZZ. Don't really see anyone just yet. They're pushing 2 lanes at the same time though, so can you really afford to let this go if you're Gambit?
I mean, you might have to. Let's see, night time in 8 seconds. You can't fight until then. Like they can pop darkness in 8 seconds.
Oh. PK Illusions scouting out some of this positioning. They're playing this very safe too. Like they have these almost 3 counter initiations sitting on the high ground while Nick's just thinking away the tower. That's all they really need. Slow and steady, winning that tower race, I guess. This nighttime is available. Still 45 seconds until proper nighttime comes in. But you can pop it now and transition into it. There we go. into the immediate smoke. So if ESPADA is smart, and by all accounts looks like they are, means they're gonna stick together and not be susceptible to these kind of
Dire's
pickoffs.
top tower is
And
under attack.
LTW also got that message saying, hey, I'm very scared down here all alone. I'm gonna go back to the
Radiant
safety of my
are
own high ground.
scanning.
Not gonna find anything here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant
Still trying though,
structures
Yoku.
are
He did get
fortified.
enough farm for his Shadow Blade. Right now, they only see the Viper blinking away at the tier 1 tower. Sparta nowhere near that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe they want to be. Are being scouted out by this Observer Ward up in the high ground. So Gambit, they make the decision. Nah, we want to take this fight, do we not? Yoku, he has a DD rune, so this is probably the best opportunity that they can get. If he can go into the back lines, this is pretty good, but Central Ward already down. He's skirting around the edge, but they do see him now. Instant burst strike on 2 targets here. They need to burst him down, and they do! Fatal Bonds, all Teamfight Ultimates. His Face Void down for the counter immersion. Yeah, gotta get out of that Mystic Flare. He'll be just fine. As Night Stalker still running in the one direction, but Sparta have other ambitions. They don't care heroes, they only care Roshan.
Perfect bait. If that wouldn't have worked if they didn't have a sentry. Always carry sentries, kids.
Yeah.
Or ladies and gents.
MVP Misha picks up 2 more, finds that 1-1 up on high gun. Good catch. Everything's working out.
They need to use every single hero to get his Roche.
Taking forever in the base, tanking. Get the glimpse just in
Radiant's
time.
bottom tower is
Even
under
gets in
attack.
range and they actually have the borders attempt. They don't have a Desolator or Solar Crest or anything along those lines yet on a Lifestealer. And looks like he doesn't even want to go for that, so it actually made this Roche impossible. It's kind of the interesting part, but now they want to fight because they know that there's not as many big ultimates. Fun Chronosphere, Lashrak is down. Mystic Flare maybe over the top. Misha is still somehow alive, but Static Storm catches a couple of them. Lifestealer raging, right-clicking. Looking on Afterlife, but they did bring down the DK, and now the silence of the Lifestealer without the rage, but he's still tanky enough. Doing the work up against the Viper, bringing him down first and sending everyone else packing. Overall though, Gambit still with the great advantage. Lifesteal was a bit of a throwaway anyway. You get a buyback, you get a kill on a DK. Maybe now on immersion as well. I don't think we can make his way out of this one. There we go. So, is that enough to bring Gambit back into this game now?
I would think so. They got heavily baited by the Roche and should have just not done it. Pushed out lanes. Their lineup doesn't have enough to do it. They really need to have a Medallion or Solar Crest if they want to attempt that. But they need all 5 heroes to attack it. They can't do what they did. They split pushed with 3 heroes and just 2 heroes were hitting it. They just can't do that.
Well, I realized that too late, and then they were taking a fight without most of that big teamfight ultimates. Especially that golem not being dropped. Well, I would still think that they wouldn't make that same mistake again. But we'll see. Gambit. Good thing is, at least as far as battle is concerned, that Gambit doesn't really have a lot of Roche potential either. So it's gonna be hard for them to sneak it or just take it even after they win the teamfight themselves. But gonna try again. That's interesting. They still don't have minus armor. Roshan almost healed back up to full, but at the very least you have more heroes hitting it. Scan confirms the positioning here. That's all smoked up. And they might find the right opportunity here, the right way in. There's a golem, there's a double burst strike into the static zone, trying to turn this around. Afterlife, since I'm dropping beautiful Chronosphere, but ILTW not so beautiful. He's going on the outside, striking away Yoku, sharing the damage between him, Afterlife, and the Viper, who are still doing damage. Alright, alright. They did a lot more work against Sparta than I thought they would, but fight's not quite over just yet. Afterlife's next, another one. Lifestealer infested into the Warlock Golem. Can't say I've seen that before. As the Viper comes out from the Viper, really wants to secure this Roche, but there's another burst strike from BZZ. Lifestealer can come out. Afterlife is a good target, but oh, you can't actually go there for this. You don't have enough health. He just dies. What a game. What a... I don't want to call it a throw, but it's getting pretty close to it at this point, ESPADA. But that is Epicenter Barrel Strike!
No!
BCZ doesn't get the right click off! He doesn't have a slot! He didn't get the Aegis. No! Oh no!
That actually was perfect timing, and he messed it up.
He got the last hit on Roshan, but Yoku snatched the Aegis.
Yeah.
Game is game, is what a friend of mine would say to this. They Shrine up, ready to go again. There's no ultimates, and yeah, this is how this fight started, looking at the replay. Working away at Roche, takes forever, not mad at all in front, just tanking up a few spells. The Golem drop looked pretty good, but Lifestealer even caught on the outside of the Chronosphere, but they somehow can't finish up these three heroes that are linked together.
I mean, they should have, if he had focused the Night Stalker, they would have won that fight.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
what
you
is
for
this?
the times, Disruptor.
Oh yeah, that's the... Is that the minimum, medium, and max respawn? Or wait.
That's no, that's when Roche, the Aegis expires,
Oh yeah,
and then
right. Aegis expires, Roche min, and meter spawn, Roche max respawn. I get it.
Do you?
Yeah, thanks you. Thanks.
Do you?
That's what he's doing with all this time instead of farming. He somehow got 2.4k gold, so this is probably more than he's ever had in this entire tournament. Just poking fun. Don't actually
So
mean it.
poor. So poor in real life and in the... No, I'm just kidding.
Feels bad.
That's me. That's just me.
He's got boots in the wand, like it's all you really need as a support, especially in Disruptor. But yeah, I mean, this game not as clear cut as it could have been. If ESPADA played a little bit more tight in the mid game as they did in the early game. For now, they're starting to regroup. Trying to put on this pressure here. They have all the ultimates available, so if that is the case, and if they can combo them up properly, and can actually finish off these kills, then the fights might still look like the one we saw in the mid lane before.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
top tower being pushed.
Radiant structures
Looks to
are
the lane,
fortified.
so in that sense, ESPADA in a bit of a better position. They can just use the Edict, max out at this point,
Structures are fortified.
to trade very efficiently. Gambit, they have other thoughts, they have other plans, but
Radiant's
LTW in
top
mid,
tower
very hard
has
target to
fallen.
gank. Especially with all the vision that they've got going for themselves.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I say
attack.
dead Viper.
Yep. TPing will be interrupted. Yeah, I guess he didn't get the memo.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out or die.
Everyone else left and didn't die, so guess he wasn't part of that. Anyway. Okay, looks like the way. LTW wants to get this kill, and he can get in range for the open wounds. Not quite. Not quite. I lied.
Tranquil
Courier.
boots are broken.
Afterlife, second Courier Snipe. Oh, he doesn't go for it. Almost got it though, and that is Blink Initiation, trying to burst on Scarif Mage. Good quick force off away, will delay this a bit more. Not sure about the Chronosphere, even less sure about the Mystic Flare, but with the Static Storm follow-up, they still get the big kill on ILTW. Now looking for more Yoku with the BKB, still tanking up that Edict, but not enough damage to work with. And glimpse back onto Nyx. Second big kill here against ESPADA. He pops his own BKB and starts the fight. He's gonna die to the bonds. Nice, beautiful burst strike Epicenter now. They just triggered, Afterlife is dead, and just like that, your hopes and dreams, they just stop. They wait at the Chronosphere, they wait at the BKB. Get the first kill, and they will get the second. Oh, will they?
Oh,
wow, Yoku just in the nick of time. That's a glimpse from BZZ. His right clicks would have put him over the top, but as it stands, he's still living. BZZ unwilling or unable to chase.
That one extra 2 right clicks that would have came from Sand King would have killed him.
Yeah.
The disruptor actually saved him with that glance. Impressive.
Yeah. Didn't think that was going to be enough, but hey, it's fine. The play-by-play. All right. So, regardless, ESPADA kind of reasserted themselves just a little bit after Gambit almost. Oh, there it is. Double stun again. Yum, couple right clicks. This time he'll be punished first. Static Storm not really doing too much. Up against the Taggy Dragon Knight. Nice little Yule scepter there from Lashrak, keeping him ready to go. Snicks to fight more busy. He's just waiting patiently. Blink Dagger back off cooldown. Has the blink, has the burrow strike, but they just make the call. Retreat. Get the hell out of here. This is not a fight that we can take without the big damage ultimates and follow-up control, so they just leave immersion to die. So everyone else gets out. BZZ really farming the wave though. Doesn't look like he will be punished. Afterlife too far away. Very dangerous.
So this is getting interesting. Both teams are tanking up relatively nicely. We got the nice Solar Crest and Pipe completed on the Night Stalker. He's got 2.4k HP. Vipers also has a decent amount, only 2k, but a lot of magic resist. And on the other side, we have Lifestealer, who's pretty tanky. If he gets off his rage and having the armlet on, he can probably survive in the chrono. So,
yeah.
But it all is predicated on the rage getting off.
Yeah.
Before the chrono. And yeah, Dragon Knight. If he gets his BKB off as well, he should be able to live. So a lot of this comes down to just quick reaction times.
Okay. That was interesting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Did you see what happened in mid? Bignum, he silenced the illusion. They knew it was one because they didn't break the smoke on it.
Dire's top tower
I think he
is
got
under
the
attack.
money for it just from the silence. I don't know. Anyway, there we go again. Yoku threatening the chronosphere, but he cannot be willy-nilly with it. He has to try and hold on to it. Find a multi-hero chronosphere.
Dire's top tower is under
If
attack.
they do, they can win these team fights. They've shown that. Even with kind of subpar chronos
Dire's
so
top
far,
tower has been
they've been able to do quite well. It's to DD rune for Yoku once again. Snacked away, unscouted by ESPADA. Gambit. Slowly but surely they're trying to make this draft work, and they're getting themselves into a position where they can conceivably take the network lead sooner or later. And again, this game very important for them. They need to secure these points if they want to have a shot at coming in 4th place to go into the playoffs. A lot of other competition there vying for that slot. Down BZZ smoked up, walking forward. They'll find Afterlife, or will they? Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? Sitting behind this one freaking tree and it didn't find him.
That's unfortunate.
Well, that's Dota sometimes. They ping him out now. It's nighttime. He sees them earlier than they see him.
This Night Stalker is bullying them with his positioning.
It's like they're running around a bit like Headless Chicken with that failed smoke ink attempt. Wasting a bit of time here, not really sure what to do. Whereas Gambit, they continue farm. Yoku, and they go for the Mjolnir. Do you see an Aghanim Scepter for him this game? Seeing how important Chrono is, or do you just need more damage?
I like more damage. I don't think he needs eggs.
No.
I like his Mjolnir choice. Afterwards, he can go. Oh, I see a dead
Time to get
Skyrath.
Tank the gank. Was another smoke here, but is the fight over just yet? Yuma trying to TP out. BKB from Nyx to getting close. It's actually quite a bit. That was the 8-second charge for a failed attempt to kill a support. That was questionable. if you punch the numbers into the calculator, it doesn't really make a happy face, does it?
It's only happy if you make it happy.
You should be fine. Alright, both teams kind of poking and prodding, not wanting to make a mistake. ESPADA feel like they made too many already. And Gambit, well, they just straight pound the 4-2 in the context of these qualifiers. They need this win, and it's far from secure.
Dire are scanning.
Do you have any more pub stories that you want to share? I guess we have some time for that now.
Let's see. Every game in NA sucks. Every time I play Europe, I feel happy with my life. Except for the ping. I hate the ping. It's really bad, but at least the games are enjoyable. Nobody quits. Nobody rages the whole time. I'm sure there's still lane stealing and stuff. Like people will always, steal lanes in a lot of games, but
like half the
way worse
games.
than NA.
Like a good game is when 2 or 3 people call carry or mid and then roll for it. That's a good game. Other than that, like it's very rare that there's not very strong sense of opinion in European pubs, at least where I play, which is like, hey, I want this and I'm gonna take it no matter what, and if I don't, I'm gonna feed down mid or something, or just pick a jungle hero. Or the other thing is, even if someone picks support, you have certain characters who say, hey, if you pick this hero, I'm fucking done and feeding. Even though that hero is actually pretty good in the context. There are certainly some extremes if you get unlucky, but now, fight, breaking out Afterlife, baiting out the golem, but now Yoku, Chronosphere is still on 1, that's the track. Down for the count, I'll see that. Oh, you actually have to finish him off, there it is. And no, they focus enough on the lifesteal, he doesn't have to rage protect himself all that long. Buyback from Leshrac is trying to salvage this here. Viper will go down, everyone else pretty damn low. Blink stun onto Afterlife. The epicenter being channeled up to help finish up the Viper. Triple kill for Nyx. Did lose a lifestealer, Chronosphere again, only on 1. Yoku just not finding the ones that they really, really need.
Yeah, he's been super greedy with all of his chronos. So what he does is when he goes in, he time walks in and his whole character does a 180 where he has to turn his whole body around, and that takes like an extra half second, which makes all these chronos hit one person instead of 2. Yeah. It's not fluid.
Yeah.
And if he could just sure that up, he'd be hitting 2-man chronos and they'd be having an easier time in these team fights.
Yeah. And I guess that's what the Shadow Blade is for, but he hasn't really been able to use it like that. So with the abundance of sentries here, plop down Bamisha.
But at the end of the day, Lifestealer going down, it's fine. As long as Lifestealer and DK both don't get caught in, they're happy with the situation. Yep. Because then at least one of them survives and they have enough damage between them to most likely kill at least 1 or 2 heroes. And that seems to be their strategy this game. It's been working out a little bit.
Especially with the level of farm that Nyx has been able to accumulate. Somehow he's managed to get himself way on top of the net worth chart, sitting at more than 21k. He has a blink, BKB, still 6 seconds, not ideal, but complete Mjolnir, Monkey King Bar, now the Aegis. Able to claim the big guy on the back of that, so the respawn as well as the cheese to work with. Which might just be the confidence that they need to actually go and start to look for high ground, or perhaps at least a tier 2 down bottom. I guess that's an afterthought here with only 123 health points. I mean, they're certainly looking. And Afterlife, oh god, he's showing himself. I think he's regretting the decision. You can still start flying, but there's Eagles. Quick to follow. This is a very dead hero.
That's a gem. Big kill.
Yeah. Really big kill indeed, and well, one way that you can still try and counter that kind of pressure out, especially with Lance in this position so far away from the high ground, is just push out these other lanes. Ryuu was working away at mid, down bottom would was Bignum of all people. Try and shove that closer towards the Radiant base. So you're basically forcing ESPADA to make this walk down, catch a few more heroes rather than just going straight for the high ground. Yeah, if you can dodge that moment, if you can dodge this movement, then the window of opportunity will have passed. But this Nyx is a big kill, but gets a stun now first. Faces Void did not expect him to be around there, he just wanted to be there for the rune. Oh god.
And a DD rune?
Oh god. The rune of many wins. Will this be one of them? It's a situation where they don't have to worry about the silence, can go straight down mid. His Void does have buyback, might have to use it for now. The glyph, there's nice little silence there, but Nyx TPing in, or blinking in with the BKB going, just right-clicking away the golem to ensure the follow-up control onto the Viper. Also has the buyback, and now, well, might be able to get the first life from the Dragon Knight, but defense falls on there. Yoku finally with the big cross, with the glimpse back out! Still get the Aegis, they get the follow-up kill on Lifestealer. So far, so good. BZ has to reset, wait for another Blink Burrow Strike opportunity here. As Dragon Knight being gone on, but he's still hitting quite hard. Now broken, Blink Burrow Strike coming in, but BZZ taking a lot of damage in return. Afterlife actually the one to secure the double kill inside all of that. All of that mess. They reclaim the gem. Another buyback used. Buyback on the Faceless Void in the end. So it was very costly, but they did get big killing streak into the hands of Yoku. Oh man. Who came out ahead in that fight?
So the 2 buybacks for the side of Gambit. I'd say, and let's see how many.
3 buybacks actually. Viper also
3.
bought back. Viper, Skyruff, and Void.
I didn't see the Viper buyback. Yeah, so they came out huge for Gambit, even though they lost lives. They should be able to hold their buybacks. Yeah, they should be able to hold their buybacks because Void is dead. If Void wasn't dead, then they would have to buy back on at least 1, if not 2. So fortunately, the hero that they needed to kill died. That suicide last attempt from Sand King was really good. They needed to kill the Void.
Yep.
And they still have cheese for the next fight. So
Do they?
it's still not going to be
Right.
on life. It's on Lifestealer, but it's not going to be easy still for the next team fights because Void is very strong. The only reason why they went high ground was because they caught Void out.
Yeah. Well, the good news is with him having used buyback, if you manage to get a drop on him somehow, then you can secure high ground. At least like 1 or 2 sets of racks. But if you don't, well, Gambit still has the shot. Overall, look at the net worth development. That's still spiked up for ESPADA. And then a little bit down afterwards here, still sitting around that 7k mark. Experience similar, sorry.
Yeah, nobody's farming on the map, so they should lose like 1,000 gold or 2,000.
Yeah.
But they'll get it back once all these lanes are shoved in and they farm it. So that should be fine.
So, want a bit of a victory. You still need a few more. This game, I mean, kind of expected that to be a bit of a longer one after we've had a few storms here and there. And so far it's delivering. ESPADA, even though they have a really good record so far, and a record that will still secure them passage to the playoffs, they haven't really been playing flawlessly in this game. I think they're conscious of that too. Very afraid right now. We're heading into this late game phase where anything can happen. One like overextension, one bit of greed can just cost you the game. I mean, right now if you look at the buyback status, still looking good for ESPADA with 3 of their the 3 cores having it. BZZ on Sand King, you've got LTW has it, same for Nyx. So they have that bit of a safety net to work with. But it's still kind of scary. Just what the Void brings to the table, isn't it?
Yeah, Void's scary. It's like Void has always been that hero like Enigma. Your objective is to get 2-3 man chronos and holes, and if you do, you're gonna win the game. If not, probably lose. Now that they have Ags on Night Stalker, they should be easily able to set up for team fights. Now it becomes extremely scary for a spot. Oh.
See everything, and that is Chrono 2 BKB double Mystic Flare here. Only one of them will lead to a kill because of that Aeon Disc, but track not dropping regardless. Is exactly what they were hoping for. Misha sitting there trying to stay alive with the Shadow Amulet. That's never gonna work out. Or is it? Nice, sitting inside the Nether Toxin. They don't actually have the Lifestealer there with them. Provide the Gem Vision. Oh no. Slowest death ever, but they get it. They go them for some extra money.
Run, my friend! That sounds so sad, Master. He died.
Yeah. But they're doing it. Gambit are doing it.
Yeah, I mean, they're superior in these later game situations now. It's just the division is too much. They have to make a play when it's daytime. They still have they can still easily catch out the Void with the DK and all these stuns, but it's gonna be hard.
Oh, there we go. Not quite daytime just yet. Not for a long shot. BZ has a passenger. Looking to make a track down, find a quick kill on somebody, anybody. Little do they know. I guess they should figure it out at this point, but Gambit has other plans. They want to be the ones to finish up that last tier 2. And or at least pressure the lane. Don't think High Ground's really on the cards without another Roshan.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is
very short respawn, 20 seconds on the clock. Let's favor them, but they can maintain this position right now. And that's where things get interesting, because then you're talking double chrono. Alright.
Double chrono. Another fight. Breaking out.
Just a pick off.
That's a pretty big pick off, to be honest. The only reason why they were able to kill DK so fast was because of that.
That is true. 70 seconds on the sidelines, no buyback due to look at a distribution. Night Stalker and Disrupt the Habit on the dire side, so this is an opportunity. Not gonna let it slip past. And you, that's a very easy kill too. Walking outside the base for no real reason. He can come back. It's not the only hero that is in the danger zone. Night Stalker sees it, but forced out, blink forward. Another burst strike. Did they have enough damage though? They have the slows. He's not moving anywhere. Now Nick's blinking in. That'll be the gem on the deck once more, one by one. They just Gambit not being careful. And as a result, they lose tier 3 mid. They will lose more than this for sure. Nick's the only one showing. BZ with the infest. Emerging on the side. And then it's BKB. Golem being dropped. Trying to turn this around, but DK is dead. Lifestealer coming in. Trying to pick up the slack, but he gets bashed too. Yoku, he cannot man-fight this man right now. Eats the cheese. Still trying to go ahead. Triple kill for Yoku, making an ultra. If you count the Golem, that's a rampage. He is incredibly strong right now, despite everything, but space created, I guess. Emerging, he was able to at least put enough pressure to claim not just the tier 3, but also the range racks before he joined into that disastrous fight.
Not looking good for ESPADA. And now they have Void buyback again. Roche is up. Where's my... why can't I see the damn graphs, man? Like, what the hell is going on with Dota? Please, somebody. I want to see the win probability. I don't know. Are you sure it's
on F8 by default?
I don't have it.
You can check the settings, whether check the spectator settings, whether that's been reassigned. But I can tell you right now, Dire Never had that much of a win percentage here. ESPADA was getting close to about 80%, but now it's closing in on its 50% mark. Still 55% for Radiant, but that might change here with this Rex going down.
I think it's like 80% right now for Gambit. Pretty big lead. They can't afford to buy back, because if they do, then they'll just lose the game. They're gonna wait around here, probably go high ground after 20 seconds when Chrono's up.
Yep.
Kill this throne.
Like Yoku is...
shrine.
He's in such a favorable position right now. He can go in, use Chrono, whatever, use the Aegis, and then after he comes back, he has another Chrono to work with. He can just swap in the refresher shot, so... Very hard to engage into that for ESPADA, who just has at most one round of spells. They're just lacking in the damage department right now if Nyx can't be right-clicking. Even lifesteal, like, it feels like it doesn't do too much. Another thing, Void also didn't go for the Chronosphere AoE despite his unfortunate Chronos. He actually went for the backtrack. Yes, we have a glimpse, immersion. That's a good kill, if they can get it for now. And just keeping him safe. That'll be that. No big commitment either way, though. But yeah, talk to me about this talent choice for Faces Void.
I think it's pretty good. He's basically his old self after 2-3 years. I forgot how long he's been.
Yep.
It's just nice to have with all this burst damage potential to be negated. I think the Chronosphere AoE is also valid. I think it's game changing. The AoE, I think both are game changing. It doesn't matter which one. It's just which one's, lucky. Oh, they're gonna...
Ooh, Afterlife, he does have the vision advantage, so see what's happening. Nyx gets silenced up, Chronosphere before anything can happen, and drop it the hole on him, and he is dead! The Golem not really helping out whatsoever. They did get the Disruptor, but he's already used the spells. Doesn't matter, but the buyback from DK, that could turn things around as LTW tries to counter to the backlines. Now he's the one silenced up. Yoku needs some time to get close. SPZ trying to zone him out with the epicenter. Say, hey, take me instead. Don't take my carry. They will oblige. Youth Scepter for now, keeping him alive. There's another Chronosphere though. It's not only catching him, but it's also catching Lifestealer. Where the Bash is, he is being healed up. He's not actually dead just yet. Another Golem, two of them running after them. Not mad at all. He's gonna drop. But again, I don't think Gambit really care about that. They do run down ILTW. Now they can deal with these Golems on their own time. Pick them? Oh yeah, 4-star is there. Oh. That was quite a long team fight. Don't think I caught quite most of it the replay. Yeah, that's a secondary Chrono. Coming in big here.
There's just huge team fights coming in from the Void. I mean, you just have to, as long as you Chrono either the Lifesteal or the DK, it's just like game over. They need both of them to have an impact. Yeah. It feels like they both need to. You can stun him, but not gonna be able to kill him. You need to have like Aeon discs on your Lifestealer and Dragon Knight, and that's not optimal playing. So Night really Stalker doing too much in this game right now. Once he got the eggs, that pretty much sealed, like, not. I don't want to say like it sealed the game completely, but it kind of did. There's just no way for them to fight with this vision advantage. It
certainly sealed that team fight. DK bought back, but had no real easy way to actually get back into the fight quickly. So Afterlife having that vision advantage, seeing exactly what's going on, and ESPADA not. That was a big difference there. I mean, blinking up the high ground there. If he gets right on top of Afterlife, he gets a stun off, and maybe with the Bloodthorn, with the MKB, you could actually right-click him down and prevent all of that. Maybe you get your BKB off, but none of that happened. He got silenced, he got stunned, he got brought down. And he couldn't pop the BKB afterwards, because somehow Disruptor has a Blink and Axe and a Glimmer Cape, so... finally got a loan from his parents or something, I don't know. Quite a lot of money in his pocket, and it's Well, it showed.
Well, the smoke, kind of interesting. You would like to see them smoke when the lanes are more favorable. So they could potentially go high ground or do something, but instead they're just going for kills, which is not necessarily bad. Oh!
They don't try and turn this around. He's still no BKB on Nyx. He's just right-clicking him until Yoko, who's taking quite a bit of damage in turn with the splash, and he's down. Can buy back though, but his team is dropping like flies. What happened there?
He pressed Mask of Madness before Chrono.
Oh no.
The Warlock Golem, I think he ultied, thought he ultied, and then like the Golem hit him at the same time, and then he pressed Mask of Madness. I think it's like involuntarily, and he couldn't cancel it. I don't know, but that was a really big misplay.
Nyx didn't care about not being able to use BKB either. He was just right-clicking. He was right-clicking super hard. 6.5k damage done in that fight. Just with the splash damage. I'm not even sure Yoko was ready for that. Certainly leads them into losing a full set of racks this time, because both Night Stalker as well as the Scarab Mage unable to buy back. Now there's a glimpse on the Warlock. A follow-up. Way too scary at this point. Nyx is already working his way down towards the other side. Walking a very safe route. But they're picking out the racks. They want more. They know 40 seconds still on the clock where Gambit cannot really fight. Not at full strength. They will claim the melee racks net. Can they get bottom? I'm certainly looking for it. There it is. Chronosphere changes things with the Static Storm, doing the extra bit of damage. Nyx, this time he should end up dropping with the extra damage, and they will find him. LTW has to pick up the slack, but he's not powerful enough. They do lose the Disruptor, but they do keep their last set of Rex alive. Oh man.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Pretty scary. They knew DK bought back, dead for 100 seconds. What are they going to do now from Gambit? Huge throw coming in, but they are able to get a little bit back. So it's now 2 lanes versus 1 lane. I still say Gambit's in the favorable position just because of their vision they still have and whatnot, but this will come down to buybacks. So right now, Lifestealer and Lesh are the only ones with buybacks. So we're gonna have to see how the next team fights unfold.
Yeah. And
now a DD for who?
That's the thing. Like, we're almost an hour in, and 2 Rex are down, but none of that matters. It's a 9-10 kill lead for ESPADA. It doesn't matter. Not one single bit. All that matters is Faceless Void chronoing the DK and killing him. I think that's the simplest way to go about it. That and the buybacks, as you said, to just go beyond that, as well as the next Roshan. 20 seconds on the clock. There's a courier from the Dire, and the courier from the Radiant also thinking about it, but it's actually carrying a Shiva's Guard. BZZ.
Turn back the clock.
Gonna bring that back towards sinking. Also does not have buyback for another 2 minutes. This Roche could potentially be the deciding game. DD rune timed out now. Before it respawns, and now Viper. Not exactly the place where you want to be. Oh god. I see him now. Quick disarm on Lifestealer. And no engagement. This is very tense right now.
Everybody has their level 25s, it seems like, except for Skywrath and Disruptor. So that's a pretty big deal. The magic or the 20 armor on the golems. Oh,
what is happening? They get the quick blink out. Yum will die, and there's the Chronosphere finally coming out. They find the Dragon Knight, and also the Warlock. The right clicks are there. Yuku flicking like a god, like a champ. ILTW, he cannot man fight, even nullify, even with anything else. Or maybe he can. That's a lot of lifesteal. What?
He got nullified. Nullified. Also, the Warlock Golems. Don't underestimate their damage. This fight is still going on, Jules.
Good fight recap, yeah. A lot of damage being spread out. They clean up these last few heroes, but who's cleaning up who? It's actually Afterlife coming in big. Nightstalker, I don't really talk too much about that, but plus 50 damage. Didn't go for the attack speed though, and lifestealer. Oh wow.
There's no buybacks.
This is over.
No buybacks.
This is very over.
Are you serious? That is why. Oh my.
Oh man. What a way for this game to end. This looked pretty good, but ILTW. For the first time, he's actually able to win a man fight. And because previously like Yoko was just way too strong.
This game was unlosable for the Dire. Completely.
Yeah.
It was honestly it was like 80-85%, if not higher, for them to win this game, and it's kudos to ESPADA pressing the issue and getting these pickoffs around the map and causing Gambit to lose.
Team fights here. I still have the replay queued up from this earlier one that they took in the top lane when they just cleaves down the void. That was the first indication that, or not the first, but one major indication that this DK, he's a real carry, not just a semi carry. So that is that. ESPADA. They persevere. They make it work somehow with just sheer grit. This is late game Dota at its finest. Almost an hour in, anything can happen. Everything hinges on so few things, so few crucial moments.
Yep. If they just, the thing is, if Roche was maybe a little bit later, like a one or 2 minutes later, then maybe Gambit would have the money for buybacks, and this wouldn't have happened. But they forced the Roche fight. Disruptor went in with the Ags ulti, but DK got outside of it. Yeah. And if DK didn't get outside of that kinetic field, they would have lost the game, or they would have had to use buybacks on the side of ESPADA, because then Void would have came in, he would have hit a double chrono, and the game would have looked, or that team fight would look over. So kudos for DK getting out of that situation, and for Lifestealer not getting caught by the chrono. So the game of inches. Game of inches right there.
Certainly very good game to end the night on, I think. I certainly had a lot of fun casting with you again, Ryuu. It's been a long time. Hopefully we can do it again in the future. But for now, that ends our stint here for the TI8 regional qualifiers. Do you have any last words for the people?
Thanks for having me. It was fun. Long day, because we had to take like a 3-hour break in the middle and then cast some more. But it was still fun. Losing my voice now, so gonna have to find a way to get that back eventually. I don't know what the secret is. Maybe you'll teach me. But it's a pleasure.
Just some Monster Energy or some tea. Bit of
tea
rest.
sounds lovely right now.
You've earned yourself some rest here. You've been.
No, I'll stay up all night,
all right.
and I will, or all day, and I will. I guess comfort you in your time of need if you need it.
All right. Looking forward to that one. And with that awkward note, we say goodbye. Thank you guys very much for watching. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter if you like the cast, at dragondrop Dota and at Ryuu Dota. And follow the rest of the action. Still plenty of Dota left to be played here in the regional qualifiers.